Welcome back to Good Morning Kenya here on KBC Channel 1. And Entertainment Thursday continues. But before we get into the entertainment aspect of the program, there's something I want us to talk about, and that concerns water irrigation and climate change. And joining me for this conversation is none other than Dr. Aloo Joash, who is a CEC member in the county of Homa Bay. Karibu sana to the program.
Thank you.
How are you doing this morning?
Doing well.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
And I thank my viewers.
Unasikia hii joto watu wanasema it's a lot. Watu wanasema they are complaining about the heat.
Yeah, that's true. Climate change is real, and this has been caused by human activities. It is a global challenge. It's been addressed for several years, from COP1 up to COP28, the latest. And so it is something that every humanity is grappling with. And for a long time we've just been talking about it, but now it's bogging down on us.
Yes.
Because we have unpredictable weather patterns, unpredictable rains. And sometimes when they come, we have a lot of floods, a lot of heat. And so the challenges are real.
Yes.
Not only in Kenya, but globally.
Yes.
And as Homa Bay, this is something that we have taken very seriously under the leadership of Her Excellency, the Governor, Governor Gladys Wanga. And we've made a lot of steps to address the challenges of climate change. One of the things that Homa Bay had to do is to put the legal framework that would be useful in addressing matters climate change. And so in 2021, we came up with the Homa Bay County Climate Change Policy. And in 2022, we developed the Homa Bay County Climate Change Act. And we have all the legal framework in place. In our act, we envisage that climate change is a collective responsibility of each and everyone. It is not a preserve of government, because all humanity are involved in the changes.
Yes.
And so one thing that the government of Homa Bay has done is to involve the people to address the challenges of climate change. This we have done through what we call participatory climate risk assessment.
Yes.
We first established the climate change ward committees. These are people who are drawn from all the villages within Homa Bay. And they form, we have 40 wards, so we have 40 wards committees. And they were trained through the support of LOCA under the CCIS grant. And after training them, taking them through that kind of participation, of course, we also have what is called County Steering Committee that is chaired by Her Excellency the Governor, and I am the Secretary. It incorporates members from all the departments, including the CBOs and partners. We also, in our act, have what is called Homa Bay Climate Change Technical Committee, which I do chair as the CECM in charge of climate change. And then now the ward committees. Now, we really needed to know what should be done in every village to overcome the challenges with regard to matters of climate change. And so it involved the people. And I want to thank our governor, because she is a people-centric leader. She believes in the people. She believes in interacting and getting a needs assessment through what the people say. So then we came up with what is called PCRA report. That is what we call Participatory Climate Risk Assessment Report. In this report, we listened to the people, and they told us what should be done to help them build resilience and adaptation towards the matters of climate change. The areas that stands out is that the people want water. because they believe that water will help them to be able to build their resilience, when there is a lot of heat like it is now, people consume a lot of water. The other thing is how to address the matters to do with emission of carbon. And now the people wanted us to improve the forest cover. As I talk to you now, we are striving to improve from 2.8% forest cover, and we envisage that in 5 years we should be able to move to 10. And in 10 years that Her Excellency Governor Gladys Wanga is going to be in the office, we could move to 30. And then, therefore, that is a major investment that my Department of Climate Change and Forestry has really endeavored to address.
If I would cut you short, what has been the reception from the people on the ground? Because when you talk about climate change aspects, they are affecting even the person on the ground. We are talking about matters, farming, availability of water. What has been the reception of that, of your efforts in as much as mitigating climate change is concerned?
I can tell you that the people of Homa Bay have risen to the occasion. They have realized that climate change is real and it has to be addressed. And for your information, I want to tell you that Homa Bay County now has a silent policy where we grow trees even in funerals. We honor the dead by planting number of trees commensurate to whoever's died. And on the day of burial, if whoever's died is 80 years, we recommend that we plant up to 100 trees. And for sustainability, this is integrated in the funeral budget. Even your birthday, my department gives a certificate for you to make noise. And we have recommended that when you are celebrating your birthday, you plant trees commensurate with the number of years that you want to live. Not just the years you're celebrating. And I think the public are very passionate about it. One thing we discovered is that the public are very passionate about provision of water. We've done a baseline survey in Homa Bay. Though we have an advantage that 80% of Lake Victoria in Kenya is domiciled in Homa Bay. But ironically, from our baseline survey, people still have to travel for up to 7 kilometers to access clean, safe and adequate water. And you and me know that that is enshrined in our constitution. It is the mandate of the government to provide water. And Homa Bay County is a microcosm of the national government. So we are mandated to provide the water. So in our PCRA report, one thing that we discovered is over 90% of people of Homa Bay want provision of water. And really, the many projects they selected, other than agriculture, which we support, resilient agriculture, which we support through the climate change grants, provision of water and forestry. What came out strongly for the people of Homa Bay is that we need to provide them with water, because there is water for irrigation, and that would help us in as far as food security is concerned. Because as we talk now, one major project that we have is the Aloo Kimira, which was being financed by African Development Bank. But all the phases were not completed. It was left halfway. So if you go to a place called Kochia, you'll find that people are growing maize, they're growing rice, but not in large scale as was anticipated in this project. And that is the reason why we still need a lot of investors to come and invest on water for irrigation in Homa Bay, because we have arable land, but due to climate change and challenges with rainfall pattern, really we cannot rely on the rain. We have the lake, and we can do irrigation to ensure that we increase productivity. And that is why we have the Homa Bay International Investment Conference coming up between 27 to 29.
We'll come to that, but I want you to talk more on the efforts that you are doing as a county in terms of becoming food secure.
The government of Her Excellency Gladys Wanga, when she came to the office, started by supporting farmers. And I remember last year she traversed the entire county providing seedlings. And I want to tell you, for the first time, there was bumper harvest in Homa Bay. We are enjoying a lot of food. This she has done, and colossal sums of money was spent. We also have ward agriculture officers who go around to sensitize farmers on matters of agriculture. We have a number of value chains in agriculture. In Homa Bay, we are talking about cotton, we are talking about edible oil, we are talking about rice, we are talking about sweet potatoes, we are talking about pineapples, we are talking about cassava. So we are not just relying on maize per se, but a lot of effort has been made, and even this group of the farmers associations, they are being supported. I remember the Department of Agriculture giving out pumps for irrigation early this year, presided over by Her Excellency the Governor. But we are saying that this is not enough because the government cannot do it alone. As far as food security is concerned, we need a concerted effort. We need partners. Homa Bay has conducive atmosphere for partners who want to invest even in agriculture, because we have legislation in place, one in 2023 about financing projects, and the other one of 2020, that is Homa Bay Investment and Cooperation Act. And so the environment is conducive, and what we need is to have so many people, so many partners coming in place to support the efforts of the government. Because you and me know that agriculture is not the only preserve of government. Yes. The government has to work on areas of roads, infrastructure, health, which I really want to thank the Governor Wanga that this is an area she has given a lot of attention and has led to reduction in child mortality, yes. Mother-child mortality. Yes. But again, now you see, we still need partnership.
Talk about the major event that is coming up in Homa Bay.
We are having a major event in Homa Bay, commencing ideally on 26th, running up to 29. Everybody globally and in the entire nation will be congregating at Tom Mboya University, where we'll be showcasing the investment opportunities that we have in Homa Bay. You know, Homa Bay is the only county with endless potential. If you walk in Homa Bay, you see every area to invest in. There is not even one that is left behind. If you want to invest in agribusiness, the place to be in is Homa Bay, because you'll be able to invest in edible oil, palm oil, you'll be able to invest in even animal food feed processing, you'll be able to invest in blue economy, matters of health, tourism. Homa Bay is like a small paradise in Africa.
What necessitated the convening of this event?
We want to open up Homa Bay to the global community, because people don't know that we have opportunities for investment. If you come to Homa Bay in terms of blue economy, you'll find we have the largest freshwater lake, and the opportunities for water transport, the opportunity. We have minerals in Homa Bay, we have gold, we have coltan, we have Roma National Park in terms of tourism, where people can put up eco lodges. We are working on lakefront, a serene environment with a lot of beauty, where people can just walk along the. You've been to Mombasa?
Yes.
When you walk in Mombasa, you enjoy the serenity and the aesthetics of Indian Ocean. That is what we are working on in Homa Bay. If you move in now in our Paya area, yes. There's massive work going on, and we are inviting investors to now invest in restaurants, now invest in green parks. Homa Bay has one of the best parks called the Governor's Park. If you walk in there, in the day you may just find the place is so therapeutic, and you fall asleep, very secure. So we are inviting partners to also have an opportunity to invest in such areas. Mining, I've just told you about that. But generally, even in agribusiness, people want to do business. there is a lot of potential in Homa Bay. If you cross over, even in the area of green energy, we have the only geothermal source in the western region. If you go to Homa Hills, where we have the hot springs, we also have a lot of wind. People can generate turbine using wind. So we are running away from, carbon emission. And if you look at our water projects that have been done during Her Excellency the Governor's tenure, all our water projects are green energy powered, solar powered. And Homa Bay, we can have as up to 12 hours of sunlight. And so if you come to invest in Homa Bay with regard to energy, you'll never go wrong. Yeah. And so we have every opportunity. And then the political goodwill. We don't have unnecessary bureaucracies in Homa Bay for investors. If you come to Homa Bay, the governor will not ask you what you're bringing on table for her government to allow you to invest. We have, for example, the special economic zone, the only one in Western region that has been gazetted. We have the Riwa special economic zone. Those who come to invest there will have a lot of tax waivers. We have over 532 acres that we want to give to investors when they come to Homa Bay, set apart for investment. And you invest, nobody will ask you for taxes, not even the county government, until you have recouped what. And when you import goods, they'll be duty-free.
Yes.
That is the advantage of our industrial park. And it is also an aggregation center.
Yes.
I've told you about pineapple. I've told you about some of our value chains, and even fish. All this, we will only have one aggregation center.
Yes.
And then, with that one, because Homa Bay, like any other county, has a challenge of unemployment, we have so many skilled youths who are not employed. This is going to create massive employment opportunities. And also the business processing outsourcing in the ICT sector, where we have all the opportunities for people in the ICT sector to come and invest in Homa Bay.
Yes.
So I'm saying that you cannot miss this. And I'm inviting KBC, because we've seen all the other media houses are up running, grabbing the opportunity to be in Homa Bay all the way from 26th to 29th and thereafter. And the environment is very therapeutic. I'm inviting KBC. We can give you the booths. I'm in charge of content.
Yes.
And we can give you a big booth there. You can be our platinum sponsor, but if you can't reach there, we have an opportunity to give you a chance.
Yes.
So you cannot miss. KBC cannot miss.
Talk about investing in blue economy in as far as this conference is also concerned.
A lot of it, as I've said, we have minerals in Homa Bay. Other than sand, I've told you we have iron ore, we have gold, we have coltan, and then we have the largest water body, so we don't have enough machineries for lake transport, water transport. We need ferries that can carry up to 500 people. Because Homa Bay is at a nodal point. When you're in Homa Bay, you can access Uganda. Yes. You can access Tanzania. Of course, when you access Uganda, then it means you can access Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo and all that. So then, if you're in Homa Bay, through our water buses and ferries, you will enjoy your trip to Kisumu, you will enjoy your trip to Migwi, you will enjoy your trip to Uganda, and every corner of East Africa. So in terms of blue economy, even aquaculture, right now, Victory Farms, which was our first partner in our first Homa Bay International Investment Conference, we did sign an MOU with them. They are thriving in fish farming. But you see, Kenya's demand for fish is still massive. Yes. We have an opportunity. Gatsby has done a lot of mapping for us, and we have now known which areas we can do well as far as aquaculture is concerned. A report that they'll be releasing very soon. And we have realized that there is a lot of potential in Homa Bay as far as aquaculture is concerned. So this is something, and then we have beach management units. Last week I was launching a water project in Rusinga Island. What a beautiful place to go and invest in. Very nice, serene, and the water is clean. The environment is so therapeutic. So we have so many opportunities, and I invite you to read our investment booklet, which we are going to upload on the website.
Yes.
It's something that you can, there are a lot of investment opportunities that we have spelled out there for those who want to come to Homa Bay to invest.
Yes, as we wind up, are there success stories that you can point out that people have invested in Homa Bay and they are reaping the benefits as we wind up? Very
well. I've just talked about Victory Farm. They started in a small way. They have now employed thousands of people.
Yes.
Even now they are relocating. They are planning to relocate to our ACZ.
Yes.
We have people who have invested in the water transport. We have the ferries transporting people from Beta to Mfangano Island and others. We have people who have invested in the hotel industries. Yes. If you go to Rusinga Islands, unless you book early, you'll not get a space. Yes. You go to Mfangano, you'll not get a space. If you go to Roma National Park, the only national park with the Rowan antelope. Have you seen a Rowan antelope?
Not yet.
My brother, it suffered extinction long time ago. That's why I'm telling you Homa Bay is the only small paradise in Africa. Having Rowan antelope. In East Africa, you'd only count on it. We still don't have enough ecologists there. The ones that are there, you have to book very early. Otherwise, you'll not get a space. You cross over to Mfangano Island. People have invested in hotels and they're reaping. And I want to tell you, there is even a greater opportunity now for people to invest in hostels and affordable houses. We have Tom Mboya University. That's why I'm inviting you to be at Tom Mboya from 26th to 29th and see the number of students who are there who don't have enough spaces for accommodation. Yes. We also have Kenya Medical Training College.
Yes.
So if you are investing in Homa Bay, I'm also an investor.
Yes.
I've invested in housing and I reap from it. So as somebody from Homa Bay, I can encourage you to come and invest in Homa Bay. We have people who have invested in water. We have a partner called Sana International. We are partnering with them. They're reticulating water in Homa Bay, some of the rural areas that we are not able to, and they are reaping good money, and the returns that we are able to generate some revenue from them. Yes. So that's an area that we are also inviting partners to invest in.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome. And we look forward to attending that conference. And even Kenyans have heard for themselves that they are free to go and invest in Homa Bay County. We have been talking to Dr. Aloo Joash, who is the County Executive Committee member in the County of Homa Bay. Good morning, Kenya takes a short break. We'll be right back.